jests at scars that never felt a wound. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou her maid art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady, oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheeks would shame those stars, as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would, though in the airy region, stream so bright, that birds would sing, think it were not night. See how she leans upon her cheek, upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
I mean,
she speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being over my head, as it winged messenger of heaven, unto the white upturned, wandering eyes of mortals that fall back to gaze on him, when he bestrides the lazy puffing clouds, and sails upon the bosom of the air.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name, or, if thou wilt not, be sworn by my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name, but that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, thou not a Montague. What is a Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What isn't a name? That which we call a rose, by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain thy dear perfection, which he owns. Without that title, Romeo doth thy name, and is that name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What is a man art thou, that thus be screened at night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I written, I would tear the words.
My ears have yet not drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither fair maid, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou? Telling and wherefore the archered balls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, of any of my kinsmen, find thee here. Who?
With love's light wings did I overperch these walls, for story limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do, that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes, but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death froward, wanting of thy love.
By whose direction foundest thou out of this place?
By love, that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me to counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as that vast shore washed wert with the farthest sea, I should not adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush bepaint my cheek. For that which thou hast heard me speak tonight, fain I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke, but farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thy word. Yet, if thou swearest, thou mayest prove they false. At lovers' perjuries, they say, Jove laughs, or gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully, or if thou thinkest I am too quickly born, I'll frown and be perverse and take thee knave. So thou wilt woo, but else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore if thou mayest think my behavior light, but trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove thee more true than those that have more cunning. To be strange, I should have been more strange, I must confess, but thou overheardest ere I was ware, my true love passion there pardon me, but I impute this yelling to light love, which dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon I vow, that tips with this silver all these fruit tree tops.
Oh, swear, but not by the moon, inconsistent the moon, that monthly changes circle orbed, lest that love thy proves likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt, swear by the gracious self, which the self is idolatry, and I'll leave thee.
If my heart's dear love.
Well, do not swear, although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning, which doth cease to be, ere one can say, it lightens. Sweet good night, 'tis bud of light, love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, as sweet as repose and rest. Come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou love tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I give thee mine before it didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank, and give it to thee again, and yet I wish but for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. I hear some noise within, dear love, adieu.
Lady Juliet!
Anon, good nurse, sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed night, I am afeard. Being in night, all this is blue, is but a dream, too flattering sweet to be sustainable.
The words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed, if that thy bent love of be honorable. Thy purpose marriage, send me a word tomorrow, by one that I'll be procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform thy rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam,
I come anon, but if thou meanest not well, I do breach thee.
madam,
By and by I come to seize thy strife and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow I will send.
Now try not to listen.
so thrive my
A
soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Love goes toward love as schoolboys from their books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks.
Hist, Romeo, hist. Oh, for a falconer's voice to lure this tassel gentle back again. Bontage's horse and maid not speak aloud, else would I tear the cave where echo lies, and make her array tongue more hoarse than mine, which repetition of my Romeo's name, Romeo.
It is my soul that calls upon my name. How silver sweet sound lovers' tongue by night, like softest music to attending ears.
Romeo,
My eyes
at what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
by the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I forgot why I did call thee back again.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
And I'll still stay to have thee still forget, forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning, and I will have thee gone, and yet no further than a wanton's bird that lets it hop a little from its hand, like a poor prisoner in its twisted grave. And with a silk-threaded plucks, it plucks it back again, so loving jealous of its liberty.
I would I were thy bird.
Sweet, so would I, yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night, good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow, that I say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eyes, peace in thy breath. Would I were sleep and peace so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghost father sell, his help to crave and my dear hap to tell.